All right. Yeah. Hello, everyone. I think we are live. Yeah, it looks that way. All right. Well, welcome. And welcome to Thursday Night Travel Talk with Spidey. And I really like that video. That's a good video. Yeah, there you go. Should have a bonfire tonight. It's pretty cold out there. But yeah, tonight, just going to do a short stream. I'll do a longer one on Whistler in the near future, but I don't have a lot of time tonight, so let's get right to it. Okay, there you go. And I just want to welcome in the chat. Hey, it's Stark of Iron. Hey, welcome to you. And Eugene Bird. And Tony, if you want to come on, this is just going to be a short stream. So if you want a link, just say the word, I'll drop it, bud. But yeah, we're just looking at Whistler. This is Whistler is Canada's most famous ski resort, but it's not only good for skiing and snowboarding. It has 5 lakes within walking distance of the village, and that's just in the valley. If you go up into the mountains and take the chairlift up top, you can walk to a couple of more. This is overlooking Green Lake, and where the tent is right now, it's the site of a kind of an abandoned small little rail site. But yeah, gorgeous lake. Now that lake is pretty cold. It is glacier fed. But yeah, you got it, Tony. I just offered. There you go. Yeah, so Whistler has a lot of oops. That's not what I meant to do. Yeah, Whistler has a lot of fun things to do in the summer. As a matter of fact, the mountain biking, they get over 2 million visitors in the summer now. So they get the same amount of visitors, I think, as in the winter for the skiing and snowboarding. So yeah, Whistler is just amazing in the summer. I love it in the summer. And there I am it's pretty busy in the village. This is in the main village plaza, right at the base of the ski lifts there. And there's the one of the hotels I worked at. This is right in Whistler Creekside, right at the original site of Whistler's, down in the Creekside, about 4 kilometers south of the main village. And beautiful, beautiful hotel. And that's along the mountain, built up, going up the mountain. There's all kinds of gorgeous houses, and this is one of them on Whistler Mountain. And hey, just want to say hey to Rusty Rivers. Welcome and hello. Welcome to Whistler, British Columbia. I lived there for, that's not what I meant to do. I lived there on and off for 20 years, more or less. And yeah, so this is going up from Creekside, one of the beautiful houses, mansions that are built pretty much into the cliff. And you can see they've all got hot tubs overlooking the cliffside there. These are some buddies of mine down in Whistler, in Whistler Upper Village, and there's Chateau Whistler behind us. That was the Rolling Stones rented that out when it was the most expensive and most glamorous hotel in Whistler. Lots of famous people who stayed there, and yeah, it's gorgeous. And so yeah, the Blackcomb Mountain comes right down to pretty much to the hotel as you're looking at. And yeah, the chairlifts, some of them aren't too far up off the ground, and but just gorgeous scenery. Absolutely gorgeous. Whistler has Whistler Ski Resort, including, it's got Whistler Mountain and Blackcomb Mountain side by side, and combined they have the most extensive high-speed chairlift system in certainly all of Canada, and I think maybe North America. Certainly one of the biggest. And It kind of looks like they're smoking something on that chairlift back there, but surely, no, you're not allowed to smoke funny things on the chairlift, so surely they can't be doing that. I don't even know those two. And oh yeah, so there's one of the runs coming down. These One of the runs on the far left you can see down below, but there's a chute that you can hike up and get some more powder there. There's two people climbing up there. And ooh, so there's on top of Whistler Mountain itself during the Olympics. We had a lot of, in 2010, we had the Olympics there, the Winter Olympics. And yeah, we had lots of ice sculptures and stone sculptures up at the top of the mountain. And just in the background there, behind me, you can see the Roundhouse, which is the main lodge on top of Whistler Mountain. But yeah, pretty funky. And there, ooh, yeah, there again is this is one of the best little boutique hotels you can stay at in Whistler. This is in Whistler Creekside, and it's called First Tracks Hotel, and I worked there for quite a while, and it is pretty fancy. And again, this is Legends Hotel, just beside that other one, and yeah, just really right at the base of the mountains, and it always seems to be snowing there. There again, so this is the Creekside gondola. It goes right up straight, and this is the area between First Tracks and Legends Hotels. I worked at both of those, and this gondola is not quite as busy as the main village gondola, so that was my preferred one to go up. And again, very high speed gondolas. They sit 4 at a time, and they can upload too many people in an hour, let's put it that way. But yeah, again, this is in Creekside, and just overlooking across the valley there and across some of the lakes that I think you can see Nita Lake there. There's 3 lakes down in Creekside, or yeah, more or less. And there's the path home. There's how I got home from the mountain each afternoon. Not all the runs are terribly dangerous. This one is pretty mellow, as you can see. And you did see lots of clouds in the winter, which was, you got to head for the trees during cloudy days. Hey, Lemon Pie. Good to see you, buddy. Just doing a quick little video presentation about Whistler, British Columbia. Whistler Ski Resort. I was there from 1998 until 2016, on and off. I had moved around the world during those times, but I was based. This is again coming down Whistler Mountain and coming down into the bottom of Red Chair, and down in Whistler Creekside, and just fantastic skiing, incredible terrain. They've got over 200 runs on the two mountains combined, and just incredible big timber construction for the houses. This is another resort that I worked at on a little bit up from Whistler Creekside, a little bit up the mountain. It's called At Nature's Door, and pretty high end. There's 11 duplexes there, and yeah, they're a couple of million each half. And I just want to say hello, Daniel's Hot Topic. Hey, good to see you. Hey, thanks a lot. Thanks for that, Daniel. I appreciate that. We're just looking at some of the... it is pretty late here in this house. I'm trying to be not disruptive to the house. So, yeah, this is up Whistler Creekside, a little way up the mountain, and about a quarter of the way up the mountain. I used to walk up the mountain every day to get to work here. They've got the hot tubs and the pool outdoor and heated, of course. And yeah, and the ski run is right there, what you're looking at. Yeah, you are seeing skiers coming down the run on the right-hand side. So excellent view. And there it is from above. Yeah, just Oh, that's one of my favorite pictures. Yeah, yeah, it is. It's really like that. I don't use filters on any of my pictures. So yeah, it's all. This is what it really looks like, folks. Just in the evening, and yeah, so you're looking down the valley from Creekside, looking towards the village, and I think that's Wedge Mountain in the in the distance there, and you'd be looking at yeah, well, with all of Whistler Mountain all in front of you. Yeah, thanks, Daniel. I'm not going to be too long tonight, but I just thought I'd at least give you a taste of. I've got a ton of photos of Whistler. I lived there for a long time, on and off. And yeah, here's coming down to Whistler Creekside on the Creekside gondola, and with First Tracks Hotel on the left and Legends Hotel on the right, and then Evolution Hotel is on the very right there. And that one you can actually, it's pet friendly, so you can actually stay with your pets, no problem there. Dogs, cats, snakes, whatever. Yeah, and yeah, I worked at all three of those places. They're sort of run by Whistler Blackcomb Lodging. Lodging Ovations is the property management company that runs all three of them. So yeah, that was a kind of a cool gig and cool location. Whistler Creekside is definitely a little more quiet, perhaps a little less convenient with all the shopping choices, but definitely less busy than Whistler Village. Probably the same price. Hey, Rod, how you doing, man?
Pretty good, brother. Pretty good.
Yeah, just looking at
Ah,
Whistler
coming
ski.
from the parking lot of Flying J in Red Deer, Alberta.
Oh, I know exactly where that is.
Yeah, that's right. 67th Ave Street, I
Yeah,
mean.
that's a good, excellent, famous truck stop chain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Miskatonic Batman, welcome. So we're just looking at Whistler. This is going up the gondola. You can see the cables to the gondola. The going up
Nice.
Whistler Creekside, and yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, it's pretty full on, you know. And so this is one of the nice. Once you get up in the mountains, this is up in Harmony Bowl, and this is a cat track, and you ski down the cat track, and it's wide and open, and you can accommodate a lot of people. But you're definitely up in the Alpine here. And there's the view. That's going
Wow.
up. I want to say Harmony Chair. Yeah, and that's yes, and then that's Blackcomb Mountain, and you can see across the valley. So we're going up Whistler and looking across at Blackcomb. And just gorgeous terrain, and that's again looking across.
Yeah.
Blackcomb is many. I mean, Blackcomb Range goes way back. That's Cowboy Ridge back there. Excellent hiking, and you can see the valley between the mountain we're on, Whistler, and the valley between Blackcomb and Whistler. There's a hiking trail down there, and you can hike in the summer and hike all down through there. You can go up on the Whistler gondola, hike along the peaks, and then go down and come out through that valley. It's called the Musical Bumps hike because you go along Flute hike, Peak, and Oboe and Piccolo. All the mountain peaks are named after musical instruments. So yeah, it's an excellent hike. It took me 12 hours of hiking, like actual
Mm.
hiking time. Yeah, it was. So you got to do it in the summer when there's lots of daylight. Hey,
Yeah.
good to see you. Greek letters. Guten morning. Yeah, this is Harmony Bowl again, one of the biggest open bowls in Whistler. Just gorgeous. As you can see, lots of tracks.
Nice.
Yeah, Eugene, there is some altitude there. Blackcomb Peak is at
Ale lemon pie.
2,000 meters.
Yeah.
So what's that? 9,000 feet. So yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen people have 4 beer and get pretty drunk up on top of in the pubs and up on top of Whistler Mountain. at the Roundhouse Lodge there. And yeah, you can't when you're hiking up in here. Like sometimes you go hiking to get up to some powder, and you're winded more than you would be down in the village. Altitude is a factor. Yeah, you're talking 9,000 feet, 2,000 meters almost. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and there, this is on the top of Whistler, and you're looking across the valley, and you can see at the very center, right up top, is Black Tusk. And it's a volcanic pinnacle, and it's just tiny there. But that's Black Tusk, and it's you can see it all over Whistler. It's a landmark, and you can hike it. It is dangerous as fuck. The rocks break away under your hands. You can die.
Wow.
You will fall for 400, 500, 600 feet. It is a serious thing. Yeah, it's like I did it twice in my life. I'll never do it again. I don't need to. I've done it, and I don't want to. Yeah, it's some serious shit. That is, Black Tusk. There's no marks. Like there's the path up there is not really marked, because if you don't know your way up there, you don't know where you're going. They don't want you going up there because you will die. But yeah, that's a great. I do recommend the hike though if you're very experienced at rock climbing. Yeah, no ropes. There's no ropes. There's nowhere to anchor. Like everything breaks away. It's a black volcanic igneous type rock, and it just breaks instantly. So this is one of the chutes that you can snowboard down, and this is a double black diamond, as you can see by the incline and how steep it is. But yeah, you just gotta just do lots of turns, unless you're crazy like my friends. Hey,
For anybody, you probably knew this, but of all the mountain ranges in the world, the Rocky Mountains is one of the youngest ones.
Yeah, because that's what makes
funny
it so
that is
dramatic.
A term.
Yeah. Do you mind reading this from our friend Greek letters?
Oh,
wherever that was.
Oh, sorry. Where was it? My fault. I was reaching for the phone, and then.
Are you?
Here
That's
it
what
is.
happened. You're
There's
touching
a lot of tracks. That means it's a common spot for hiking, which means he'll run into people, which for me means I want solitude when I admire nature. Good point.
Oh, there's lots. Yeah, that's you got to take the gondolas to get up top. Well, I mean, you don't have to, but and then once you're up top, you go and you find like there's so much terrain. It's North America's biggest ski resort by terrain, I believe. So there is so many places like this, for example, that you can go and be all by yourself. It's a big mountain. If you know where you're going, you can definitely get solitude. In fact, you can get lost. Some people do. I have friends that have spent overnight. Actually, it was New Year's Eve, and they were actually hosting a New Year's Eve party, and they never made it back to their house. The party went on without them, but they spent the night, New Year's Eve, out in the snow with a buddy on the side of the mountain, and they walked out in the daylight in the morning. But so this, Rod, do you know what border cross is?
What border cross?
Yeah, it's like motocross, but with a snowboard.
Oh, border cross. Yeah, of course.
Okay. So this, what we're looking at here, this is a frozen natural creek, and it freezes solid in the winter, and it's like a border cross track. And you can I'm at the start of it now, and you go down, and it's just you hit the banks, and it's like a slalom course. It's like almost like a track. It's like a motocross track, like a dirt bike track, and you just follow it. But every year, different trees fall across it, and so like there's all of a sudden you got a duck, and it wasn't there before, and like last year. So,
right.
and every once in a while, parts of it open up because it is it's a flowing creek underneath. It's still flowing, and every once in a while there'll be like a big hole that you gotta like instantly jump over with your snowboard and just jump the hole. Otherwise, you go down and you get wet.
Yeah.
It's like 4 feet down in through the snow. So it's kind of dangerous, but kind of fun, especially if you've done it a few times. But that's on Whistler Mountain, and if you know where it is, you know where it is.
Yeah.
That's a typical example of a very nice, fancy Whistler Mountain house. No idea what house it is. No idea.
You appear to be speaking from like a voice of experience in terms of boarding.
Oh yeah. There's nowhere on Whistler I won't go. Like the Double Black Diamonds. I lived there for on and off for 20 years. So
right.
I get pretty. I mean, I'm not fantastic. I'm not as good as say my brothers. Although I can hold my own. I'm pretty damn good. And hello, Susan Dolan. Hello and welcome. Well, if you live in a ski resort, Rod, if you live in a ski resort for 20 years, you're going to be able to do some turns.
Yeah, I suppose.
Good to see you, Lemon Pie.
Yeah.
DJ Ronnie, hail. Hello. No, I do enjoy snowboarding, but I've pretty much given it up now, Rod. I think I'm on scuba diving now. There's more bikinis and it's warmer.
I'm more. I'm a purist. I prefer the old school skis. Plus, skis go faster too.
They really do. I haven't skied since '87. Apparently, the new skis with the shapes are really fast now. Bears, yes. Mountain lions, cougars, yes. Wolves, yes. No, all of the above. On the mountain and in the mountain, but they don't. They're well fed. They only attack stupid Asian tourists that seem to go really too close to the bears, and it seems to be primarily Asians. I don't know why. In my experience.
Hail Stark of Iron.
Yes, he's been here and sending you the See-Through Love commercial now. Oh, hey, excellent. That's wicked, Stark of Iron.
Yeah, thanks, man. Much appreciated.
And Sashi, I wouldn't do well with the snow. I'm more of a tropical guy. Hey, man, me too. That's why I just said I'm now into scuba diving, not snowboarding. Waterboarding is entirely different. And water's a little more difficult because the water's moving under you as well. The snow doesn't really. I mean, I have snowboarded in an avalanche, a mini avalanche that I caused. But yeah, it's easier because the snow doesn't move. So this is one of the famous. Pedestrian walkways that lead up to the main skiers plaza in Whistler Village. The main part of Whistler Village is actually there's no cars. It's all cobblestone and it's pedestrian only. Nice. So it is. Yeah, they don't even let you bicycle there. So it's because because people are walking through with skis and you walk your bicycles because I mean people already like crash into each other. It's crazy. Yes, I did. It was a level 2 avalanche. It was a small level 2, but it was big enough that I know I don't want to be in a bigger one. But yeah, this is a great see on a nice winter's day. They've got the propane heaters out on the patios, so you can sit out. You're not too cold, and you can have your coffees and your beers and watch people and just people watching the village. It's pretty cool. And yeah, they literally try and heat the outdoors with the patio heaters. They do. And
I don't think bears are that ambidextrous to be able to.
I don't think so. Although Snorta Poop is Q-Bert. I wonder if he snowboards.
He might be. Yeah.
He might be the only one.
Yes.
And so lots of the red helicopters. Whistler Blackcomb has a fleet of 12 or more, I think, snowcats, and they also have a few helicopters, and so does some of the local heliskiing companies, and they all seem to be red for some reason. But yeah, heliskiing is very popular in Whistler. I've never done it. It's very expensive. but apparently it's awesome.
If I'm not mistaken, isn't that where they filmed where Johnny Storm heli-skied?
That could very possibly be. Yeah, because it's one of the best spots in all of North America.
And the helicopter looks the same.
Yeah, it could be. And there's having some hot chocolate in there. I don't even think there's alcohol in there. And yeah, lots of just gorgeous little creeks that you stumble upon. Hey, Carla. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Good to see you. And, it almost never gets 40 degrees Celsius in Whistler. I think I've seen it once, and it's not humid because you're in the mountains. So, no humid. Oh, unless...
Stupid YouTube, why is it only now telling me about the...
that's
that you were streaming? The only reason I know why you're streaming is because I actually took a nap, and I was, I fell asleep, and then my phone ran out of charge, and all of a sudden, through the Bluetooth, lined in Bluetooth, and then I'm like, oh shit, my phone, where's my phone? Oh, because it's out of charge. Wow, damn it, stupid dicks.
I wasn't going to go very long. I just thought I'd pop on and just show some.
Yeah, no,
because I lived there for so long, and I've got a lot of.
No, that's great. Yeah,
and yes, DJ Ronnie G, I have. You can mountain bike in Whistler, ski, and mountain bike in the same day because the seasons overlap in the shoulder seasons, and you can also go to the lake the same day and play golf, and this all in the same day. And I agree, Sashi. 40 degrees, bring it on. Anything less than 20. I'm in the wrong country. Excellent. Hey, glad to hear that, Tony. He says I may not be doing lives anymore for now, but I'll still be here making ads and helping the community in this new role. Good.
Right on.
The freedom units. So yeah, that's funny. Humidity's around 50%, 55. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. So yeah, just gorgeous little, like there's all kinds of private little nature spots that you can get to in Whistler. That, I mean, there's lots of busy spots, but there's lots of spots that are like this where there's no one around.
Yeah.
And when you see fences like this, it means they're setting up. They hold a lot of skiing events, like world level like ski competitions.
Yeah.
And so these are the crash barriers that they set up, and so you'll be coming along, and all of a sudden one of the ski runs will be shut down for the day. So you got to take an alternate way because, they're doing lots of ski competitions there. And this is Whistler Creekside again, looking down at Nature Store, it looks like. And there across the valley, you can see the Rainbow Mountain, and there's a hike that goes right up that valley. It's gorgeous in the summer, Rainbow Mountain Trail. And yeah, here's the finish line of that particular ski competition race. And it ends up right at Nature Store where I was working there. They call them the timing flats because that's where they time the ski racers. Yep. And there's there's obviously something going on here. This must be like New Year's Day or Christmas because I see Mexican poncho, or it could be Cinco de Mayo. No, not in May. This is must be some costume event. There's always people in costumes in Whistler. It's like a party town, man. Because I definitely see ponchos and Mexican sombreros there.
Wonder if it's linked with Carnival.
Oh, who knows? It's probably Australians just getting drunk. It happens in Whistler.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
there's one of the lodges. There's on the mountains. They do have really comfortable modern lodges with restaurants and washrooms, and you can warm up, and hell, you can spend hours there if you want. And that's right in at the bottom of Red Chair in Whistler Creekside. And there it is there. There's the bottom of Red Chair. We call it the Red Chair because it's got a great big red canopy over the machines. And then there's Green Chair, and there used to be Black Chair. Then it fell down. Silver Chair also fell down. We don't talk about those.
Mm-hmm.
Ice jacking, Rod. Do you know what ice jacking is in a ski tower?
Ice jockey?
Jack.
Ice jacking. I do not.
Yeah. So if you have a ski, say you have a giant pole that holds up your gondolas, say right there, you see the gray pole there below the cables. Um, that's a solid pole, and it's anchored in concrete, and it's solid steel, and it's really thick, but it is hollow in the middle because otherwise it would weigh like 18 million tons. And
Huh.
so if there's a crack or a hole anywhere in that tube and water gets in, it can fill up with water, and then at minus 30 it expands and blows out the base of that tower and the gondola collapses. So yeah, ice jacking bad. So you need to have drain holes at the bottom of all those towers. The ski gondola towers need to have drain holes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there. Ooh, and so this is right in Whistler Village, and this is probably the World Ski and Snowboard Festival that they have there in the spring. And yeah, they have the ski jump competition right at the base of Whistler Mountain, right in the village. So it's fantastic.
Yeah. Nice.
And do you mind reading this, please?
Yeah, sure. DJ Ronnie G says, and again, I love when it's 20 degrees or lower. FU. No. F. Fahrenheit is in the American Freedom System of measurement. It fascinates me when it's that obscenely cold out.
Yeah,
no, me too. I mean, earlier this year, well, coming up on the 1 year anniversary of when I actually I did something way stupider than I should have, which is I ran my hills, and when it was minus 35, and with the wind chill, it made it minus 50. An insane amount. But I survived, and I feel better about it, though. I will say that.
That's ridiculous.
Thanks, Tony. I see that in my email.
Oh, okay. Oh, excellent. And upload it to Spidey's Paid anytime. Awesome. Thanks. That's wicked. And can you read this by Greek letters?
By Greek words. Sorry, forgive me. Is it true that when snowed, the pine trees form a yellow circle around their roots like someone peed? That does sound familiar. I will not confirm it though, because it's Spidey would know more than me.
I guess if the pine, I've never seen it. No. And this is anyone who knows Whistler. I just threw this in here. This is the Old Boot Pub, Boot, the Boot. The Boot Pub used to be there. It's because the Boot Pub was part of the Shoestring Lodge. The building itself was called the Shoestring Lodge. It was an iconic place in Whistler. Every Australian has stayed there when they first arrived in Whistler. It had a stripper pole and a Wednesday night, Tuesday night stripper dances. And then when Whistler got pompous and very rich and the Olympics were coming, they decided that they did not want the Shoestring Lodge around, so they tore it down. Oh, yeah, they got rid of that. But it was an iconic place, and I think someday they're going to regret tearing that place down. All kinds of people played there, like famous little bands played there. Xavier Rudd, the famous Australian didgeridoo master, has played there. I believe Tragically Hip or some similar scale bands have played there.
Yeah.
Too bad it's not there anymore. Yeah, the Shoestring Lodge, folks. The Boot Pub has legendary stories. And there's that is Garibaldi Lake, and that's another one of the hikes you can do up.
Garibaldi?
Yeah, I biked to this one because I'm wearing biking attire. Mountain biking, yeah. And Cheakamus Lake is there too. There's so many lakes up in the mountains. Can't even count them all. And down, you can do hiking through massive, giant trees, the Douglas fir trees and the cedar, the ancient cedars. This is the ancient cedar forest on Cougar Mountain, just north of Whistler. And Cougar Mountain, and I didn't see any cougars. I did see a bear. And this tree has fallen over, and that's the giant root system that you can see.
I don't know if anybody's played any video games, but from the PlayStation 2 era, but Garibaldi appears as the very first snowboard track you play on SSX Tricky.
Oh, Garibaldi Lift Company was the first people that really developed Whistler Mountain. Garibaldi Lift Company is the name of the. It was the name of the gondola company that ran Whistler, and it's the name of a pub there right now, a bar, the GLC. Oh. It's right at the base. Coincidentally, it's right above the gondola building. It's part of the gondola building.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely. And that is that's a black bear, folks. He's well fed. He's no, just don't go too close.
Well, if that's a Disney bear, that's a polar bear.
Yes, oh my goodness. That's racist.
Race swapped for.
That's right.
For DEI purposes.
Comedic troll. I'd have to get a new helmet if I went down a mountain. I don't snowboard without a helmet. I do not snowboard without a helmet. You get that right. And a haircut? Well, maybe. So it doesn't mess up your hair. Yeah, helmet head is a thing.
Yeah.
Like the Garibaldi
helmet hair,
Italy?
Yeah.
Yes, definitely same family name. 100%. Ah, okay. Huh, interesting. Londo would like to have words with Garibaldi. That's why I avoid helmets and mostly go only 5 miles an hour. Yeah, I guess if you go slow, but you'd have to go really slow. But Whistler's pretty steep. It's hard to go slow. And so there's one of the that was my job, driving around the little Kawasaki little plow truck at Nature Store. That was fun. It's always snowing up there.
So Wolverine's job in what was the that snowboard about that guy from who snowboarded in Calgary Olympics?
Eddie the Eagle.
Yeah, Eddie the Eagle. That's it.
A bricklayer from the UK.
Yeah, Hugh Jackman played the snowplow guy.
Oh, that is a Babylon 5 reference. I understood that reference. I did not understand that. I never watched Babylon 5. Didn't have time. So yeah, here it is. Sometimes in the day, this is broad daylight, but just there's snow and just blowing off the mountain. And so it just blocks the sun sometimes when you're going up the chairlift. But that's the problem with snowboarding. On the chairlift, it's cold.
Oh, I bet.
And that's just one of the main roads in Whistler going up the mountain. There's a house there you can barely see and a street light in front of it.
Yeah, I see it.
You better have good winter tires because the roads have already been plowed. That is plowed. That's as good as it gets.
Yeah.
And yes, the barbecue definitely is used in the winter, always. And and this looks like maybe that could be Symphony Chair. It's one of the newer chairlifts, way up top of the mountains. The top and the bottom of the chairlift are up in the Alpine, and it's quite a nice little chair, and lots of open terrain. You can still see like these people are all getting fresh powder. Lots of open terrain there.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, and pretty steep. Like you know that's some serious. Like if you fall in a tree well, you know where the snow leaves a hollow around the base of the tree. It's called a tree well. Lots of people every year die around the world, including in Whistler sometimes, from falling in the tree well. And someone can be 30 feet from you and never see you. You can't hear them. You're covered in snow. You can't, because you usually get down head first and your snowboard's above you or your skis are above you. And like, hopefully they notice your snowboard sticking out, but maybe not. And that's why I never recommend buying a white snowsuit. Never buy a white snowsuit unless you have a death wish. Yeah, that might be Cheakamus Lake down there. Or is No, that's not. That's Blackcomb Mountain across there. That's just an opening. That's not a lake. That's just a ski run. And yes, Carla Burden. Well,
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
now, see,
Locator beacons.
when I first moved to Whistler, they didn't have cell service anywhere, so your cell phones did not work. So now they do. So you can actually track your friends in real time with the Whistler Blackcomb app, and you can see exactly where they are if they have their app open. In Japan, they have covered flash snow lift. A covered flash snow lift? Is that English or Kiwi? Death by snow jacket. It's true. It's true Greek letters. Yes, the wrong choice of fashion apparel can cause your death. Glad you like the photos, Carla. And yeah, there you go. Okay, so we've hiked up. You can see our tracks. We hiked up to this part, and we're gonna get some extra altitude.
Nice.
Oh, I see what you mean, Carla. Like by flash, she means fancy. That is a Kiwi expression. She's talking Kiwi.
Yeah.
Flash means fancy. So in Japan, they have a snow lift, a gondola that's all covered all the way up. That's what makes it flash and fancy. Yeah. It's a good thing I speak Kiwi. And there we go. There's back to the camping, overlooking Green Lake. And I've got time for a couple of videos, just short ones. They're like 5-10 seconds. And good night, Tony. Good night to you, man.
Night, Tone.
So
Thanks for the video.
Hey, Tony, if you ever want to come up and see Whistler, man, I'll take you there personally, summer or winter. There's awesome things to do. Good translating. Hey, thanks, Carla. Good night, Tony. Yeah, okay. I'll let me pull it up here, Rod. Oh, you know where it is? I'll show you the videos. They are on my YouTube channel. And share audio, yes. So here we go, folks. Here's Canadian Spider-Man YouTube channel. And, musical hikes. Let's do view from Whistler Mountain. Oh, let's go big. Let's start that again. There's Black Tusk. Yeah, there we go. And I think I've got one more, Rod. I've got one more. Okay, Carla, you can see that. Excellent. And now I've got here we go. This is a good one. Yeah, okay. So in the summertime, Rod, you can also go and do some excellent hiking in Whistler. So here it is right there. And let's hit play.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, the Alpine lakes are like green turquoise. Yeah, all right. And I think I've got just one more. And so that was Whistler in the summertime. And I've got one. So Whistler Blackcomb, Rod, has something that no other, I think, ski resort has. It's got the longest gondola and the highest gondola in the world. And it connects the two peaks. It connects Whistler Mountain Peak with Blackcomb Mountain Peak. And it is, the highest and the biggest. And so I've got that queued up. And let me show it's about, it's not too
Hail,
long. It's maybe
Suzanne. Good to see you.
30 seconds long. Oh, hey. Hello, Suzanne. What time of the year is that film, Canadian Spider-Man? That would have been June. Carla, June. Oh, hey, Anti-Derivative Jill. Hello. Welcome.
Hey, Anti-Derivative Jill.
Good to see you. Do you mind reading this, please, Rod?
Yeah. Greek letters says, the beauty of unspoiled nature. The fresh air filling your lungs, the magnificent solitude, the drunken tourists yelling and shouting, and the hungry bear, I was going to say hangry bears that stalk them. Approved.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're going to like this one. This is Peak to Peak Gondola,
See you,
folks.
Suzanne? Yeah.
The longest and highest. And how high is it? People got in trouble when it first opened. They parachuted out of it. Like they got banned from the resort for life, but someone parachuted out of it. It's that high up.
Huh. Wow.
And some other guys got in trouble because well, I don't know how they got them, but as you go along, as you cross between the two mountains, you overlook the valley, and there's a big frozen creek that runs down it, and so it's all snow covered, and it makes a big open snow field. And someone traced out, like, I think this was Christmas Day, a giant, like in the snow, they traced out a giant track of a giant penis image that you could see very clearly with testicles from the Peak to Peak gondola. And there was some fancy, important people that were upset by that, I guess. But what do you think? It's Whistler. What did you think was going to happen?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So this is my video, and it starts with some stills. There's Peak to Peak right there.
Nice.
There's the valley.
Very cool.
And here's, starting, looking at the other mountain and going across. It's a long way across. Yeah, there you go.
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There were Japanese tourists in there. Yeah. there was it's like the Japanese gondola. Yeah. Okay, so Whistler Village has an entirely enclosed gondola going up from the main village, and then it has another entirely enclosed gondola that goes up from the upper village, right from the Chateau Whistler, and in addition to the Peak to Peak gondola, which is also entirely enclosed. So they do have 3 high-speed enclosed gondolas. They fit, I don't know, like 10 people each or more, 12.
I think Greek letters is absolutely correct.
Yeah, I didn't have my phone back in those days, and then sometimes I took my camera,
that's true.
sometimes I didn't. But yeah, you're right. Anyway, we've been just about an hour now, so
we can probably shut down if you really want, because shit, man, I got 4. I got to be up for 5 too. So
I do. It's getting I'm trying to do an accounting course here before Christmas, and I'm so far behind. Yeah, I'm trying to.
Yeah.
I really like accounting. I'm good with numbers, and I'm very I like being organized, and pretty much that's all accounting is just organizing. Yeah. Anyway,
I need to work harder on that. But
thanks for being here, Rod. I appreciate everyone being here.
Oh no, it's neat. Thanks to everyone else too. Yeah, for showing up.
Carla,
That was a real nice surprise to catch everybody here.
Daniel's
Again,
Hot
good to
Topics.
see y'all. Thanks, Suzanne.
Lemon?
Thanks, Carla. Thanks,
Yes.
Sonic
Suzanne.
Madman, Daniel's Hot Topics,
Anti-derivative Jill.
Greek Letters,
Stark of Iron. That's excellent news, Stark of Iron.
yeah,
Miskatonic
and
Batman.
Anti-Derivative Jill. Okay, thank you.
Of course, DJ Ronnie. G. Excellent. Thank
Lemon
you for being
Pie,
here.
yeah.
And of course, as always, Eugene Bird was one of the very first.
Oh yeah, Eugene Bird, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, thanks so much for being here, folks. I just thought I'd give you a quick little tour of Whistler Village. I've got so many photos there, Rod. We'll do another stream that does Whistler justice.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
see, I'm already yawning.
somewhere around Whistler, there is a solar-powered barbecue party barge. It's electric solar panel. I happen to have the combination on how to get that thing started and running. It's on Alta Lake right now. So there's some summertime videos that'll pop up. Yeah.
Very cool.
That was the funnest thing, having that party barge. Yeah. It wouldn't go very fast, but man, it fit 20 people. It was awesome. All right.
All right, man. Yeah.
Have a good night, everybody.
Thanks. See you all later. Have a good one.
See you later, everyone.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Night.
Oh, he has flown the coop.
Hey, man. Yeah. Yeah, thanks.